Evening, everyone. I'd like to call the Inland Wetlands Watercourse Commission meeting Tuesday, February 11th, 2025, 7:01 PM to order. Everybody had a chance to review the correspondence from our September 10th to 2024 minutes?
I have a correction to the minutes.
Okay.
Page 2, paragraph 2. Public Works should be changed to Park and Rec.
Okay. Noted.
Any other corrections? Hearing none, do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor with the change? Aye. Ayes have it. No opposed, no abstentions. Thank you. Before we go into new business, introductions of my fellow commissioners. To my left,
Michael McDonough.
Jack Demerjen, wetland official.
Jenny Bowser, Recording Secretary.
Jim Ewan.
Leslie Giovanelli.
and I'm Ronald Rotolo. Thank you. New business, don't have any.
If anyone would like to bring anything up here, I don't have anything for new or old business, but
Anybody have anything?
No.
Nothing? Any old business? None? Enforcement officers report?
the only thing I have is, we've been getting residential applications coming in. I typically handle those administratively, obviously depending on the request and the distance from the wetland or watercourse. This is obviously before us tonight, kind of the last phase of the last few applications actually that we've been reviewing for this culvert project around our various bottlenecks in town for drainage. But I don't really have much else other than thank you all for being here. I know we're not meeting as frequently as maybe we used to, but obviously your time is appreciated, and we want to make sure that we are still actively paying attention to things around here. So other than that, that's about it.
Thank you. Anything for discussion this evening? He says none. No one's got anything? For receipt, anything?
Nothing for
Nothing?
receipt for tonight, just our public hearing.
All right, and we'll go into the public hearing, starting at 7:03 PM.
Somebody could just read the legal notice, or I can.
Where's the legal notice in here? This one?
Yeah, to appear one time on Wednesday. Yeah.
Orange Wetlands and Watercourse Commission, Town Hall, 617 Orange Center Road, Orange, Connecticut, to appear on one time Wednesday, oh, wait a minute, oh, no, that's what you want me to read?
Yeah, to appear one. Yep. start-
Wednesday, January 29th, 2025, and one time on Wednesday, February 4th, 2025, the Orange Inland Wetlands and Watercourse Commission, notice of public hearing. Notice is hereby given on Tuesday, February the 11th, 2025, at 7 PM, and the Orange Wetlands and Watercourse Commission will conduct a public hearing on the following: for replacement of Pine Tree Drive and Peck Lane culverts over Tumble Brook, submitted by the Town of Orange Department of Public Works to replace the existing culverts with new larger capacity culverts to improve drainage. A copy of this notice has been filed with the Orange Town Clerk. Additional information on file at the Orange Zoning Department, dated in Orange, the 28th day of January 2025. Submitted Ronald Rotolo, Chairman.
You.
At this point, I'd like to turn the floor over to Bob Britton to take over from here, and I'm going to get out of the way.
Just be sure not to make any comments over there, or come back to your seat to make comments.
Bob Brenton, the town engineer.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that, please? Play last.
Brinton.
Thank you.
We're here, there were several neighborhoods that got flooded twice in 2021, storms Elsa and Ida. And the three neighborhoods went to the Board of Selectmen and asked for for help. Board of Selectmen authorized hiring Cardinal Engineering to do a flood study. We looked at the 3 neighborhoods, a variety of different alternatives, and they came up with recommended solutions, and then the Board of Selectmen authorized them to proceed with design. The commission has previously granted the permits for Old Country Road and Coachman's Lane, and that project was completed last summer. Brookside Drive and Glenbrook Road, commission granted that permit, I believe, last fall. It went out to bid. We have a contractor, and they're planning on starting work this spring. And this is the last neighborhood, Pine Tree Drive and Peck Lane. And Joe Sermola from Cardinal is going to walk you through the selected design. And we're available for any comments.
Yeah, I have the remote. Hello, my name's Joe Sermola. I'm from Cardinal Engineering.
Can you just spell your last name?
CERMOLA.
Thank you.
And I just say give a brief overview of this project. It involves the replacement of the 2 undersized culverts, one at Pine Tree Road and the other at Peck Lane. I think you're all fairly familiar with the problem here and the flooding that occurred back in 2021. Pine Tree Drive has a twin 36-inch culverts, RCP pipe, limited hydraulic capacity, could probably pass about a 15-year storm. Peck Lane, 2 elliptical pipes, corrugated metal arches with a capacity of about 12-year storm. Oops. This is the location. As you're familiar with this project area. Pine Tree Drive here. This is Tumblebrook here, and then Pine Lane is here. The existing structure, we just mentioned that, frequent localized flooding at both sites during most storm events. Pine Tree Drive, head walls and wing walls were in poor condition. The proposed structure at both locations are 15-by-4 precast box culverts. The invert will be depressed 1 foot. We'll put natural stream bed material inside the box to promote fish passage. Existing river channel remains in natural condition. We're not doing any work except for immediately at the location of the culvert. They're designed to pass the 100-year storm, which is the DOT design criteria for a watershed of this area, or drainage area. Yeah. This is the plan. This is really the water handling plan. It shows the proposed work. The road will be closed during construction. We're going to construct a cofferdam, really a sandbag cofferdam upstream and downstream, and install a bypass pipe that'll maintain the 2-year flow in the stream during construction while the bridge is taken out. There'll be erosion control measures everywhere that's required. Pretty straightforward job. There will be a dewatering basin here to accommodate or to treat any water from the excavation, dewatering of the excavation. And this plan here shows the wetland impacts. This is, the yellow is the water impacts in the water itself. The blue is the water, actually. It's the wrong slide, but anyway. All right. Well, those are the impacts in the wetlands. As you can see on the chart over there, the total area is 238 square feet temporary impacts. Permanent impacts are about 659 square feet, so very limited amount of wetland impact. Most of it in the water, in the stream itself. Very little adjacent to it. There will be some, a little limited amount of riprap at each outlet, but the channel itself will be natural stream material. This is Peck Lane, very similar. Again, cofferdams and a bypass pipe. The road will be closed during construction. Each job will be done, I think it's scheduled such that one project will be done and then the next, or one culvert will be completed before the next, so only a portion of the road will be shut down at one time. Very similar with the, oops. What happened here? All right, the impacts here are a little bit larger, about 570 square feet, and permanent impacts about 2,000. And most of the impacts, again, are along the existing culvert, which is considered a water course. Very limited amount of riprap on to protect the wing walls at each end. But other than that, very little impact to the wetlands at all beyond the actual culvert itself. Where were we? And that's it. Does anybody have any questions?
What is your start date?
There's not a start date hasn't been, but Bob will talk about that, I guess, right?
Yeah, this project is being funded with a state transportation grant. So when we get everything done, easements, permits, design, we have to submit it to the state. And then if they're okay with it, then we can go out to bid. And after the bid is awarded, the state will give us the funds for construction. That process has slowed us down a little bit. So I would anticipate we'd be under contract later this spring, and potentially could do the Pine Tree Drive culvert. But Peck Lane, we've always talked with the school about doing that during the summer, and it's unlikely at this point that we'd get everything in place to be able to do that this summer, because we'll be blocking their main driveways. There'll only be one other driveway that will convert to two-way, because they do summer school there. So at this point, we might be doing Pine Tree, but Peck would probably end up being next summer.
Pine Tree Drive closed temporarily?
Both of them will be closed during construction, and they bypass the traffic through Courier Drive, just south of there.
Bob, do you know how long it will
Oh, I'm
take?
sorry, we're just gonna, we gotta keep questions to we'll open it up to the public once they've asked. Which, if we'd like to open it to the public, we certainly can now,
Any other commissioners have any questions
at this time.
at this time? Hearing none. You guys can take your seat, or you want to open it up to the public? 'Cause the
Yeah,
public
they
has
could
to
take
come
their
up and
seat,
talk.
yeah, the public can come up, ask any questions, and then they can come back up and answer them. You are the public tonight. If you could just say your name and address for the record,
And
please.
spell your last name.
Carla Birmingham, Birmingham, 309 Pine Tree Drive, right there where that culvert is. My question is, how long will the road be closed? Will it take months, or?
So yeah, if you want to just stay up there, and you guys can have a back and forth if you'd like. Just because the microphone's got to pick up everything, so we can't have anyone answering from out there.
Part of it depends on the contractor's schedule, but based on the project we did so far, it might be like a month at the most, a couple of weeks.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have any other discussion on this? If I hear no other discussion, do we have a motion to approve?
To close the public
Oh,
hearing
I'm
first.
sorry.
Yep.
Motion to close the public hearing?
A motion to close public hearing.
Then we just need a second.
Second. All right, closing the meeting at
Well,
7.
it was seconded. All those in favor?
All those, well,
Aye.
all those,
Right, but I want to record
Yep.
the votes, yep.
all in favor? Was aye.
Aye.
Abstained? No, so moved. Thank you. And meeting was closed at, I can't see it from here.
Public hearing closed at 7:16.